with extensive on-the-ground experience building companies and businesses globally, with a focus on the Asia-Pacific region, looking to build next generation.
What I wanted to talk about today was really about the C-level, and the chief executive officer, the chief marketing officer, the chief technology officer. All of these roles have to change how they're going to be doing things so that they can navigate this future business landscape and how the world is changing, and it's changing very rapidly at much faster speeds than anybody can actually manage. These are just some of the things, for all of you that are new in business or been in business for many years, these are some of the things that CEOs and CXOs, means C anything, Chief Anything Officer, really have to look at. And they have to consider this when they're doing business. They have to think about the big trends that are changing the way we do things. They have to look at geopolitical problems. They have to look at the disruptive technologies that are just changing how we do business. If you talk to somebody 5 years ago, the average person here would not even know what AI was. Most people now can't think about their businesses without thinking about how AI is going to disrupt everything. And I would give an example. My brother's a doctor, and we always have a lot of debates, and we say about what's going to change his industry. And he said, no, nothing's going to change. You always need a doctor. And I said, in 10 years from now, you don't need a doctor for everything. You'll go into a computer, or whatever they're going to call it in 10 years, and you'll be able to look at some disease that you have, and you'll be able to say that 20,000 people around the world have had that disease, and this is how it was treated. It's even starting now. It's for the last couple of years. How it was treated, what medicine, what made that person healthier in the shortest period of time. And this is something that is already happening now. So they're able to, if you went to a doctor, maybe the doctor's never seen that disease before. So how would he or she be able to treat it? And so now these are some of the things that are already changing the way we do things. Internal challenges is how different generations of people are working inside companies. People that are just out of college or didn't go to college and now they join a company, they have a different view on how they're going to do business. They're having a different approach. They have a different value system. And they've also brought up with technology, whereas the CEO maybe never used it at all and doesn't even know how to use a computer. And I'll give you an example. I was in Japan for 30 years before coming to Dubai. Most Japanese companies' CEOs don't use a computer. They have a secretary who actually will go in and type their emails for them. How are these people who are running big technology companies, how are they going to understand all of you when you think very differently? How are they going to think about their customers? Their customers think differently. So this is a big change that's coming to a lot of companies around the world. The competition is intense. So if you let's look at cars, for example, EVs. Where would you, if you're Nissan or you're General Motors, who's your competitor? You might think Toyota's your competitor. You might think Mercedes-Benz or BMW, but it's not. It could be somebody who's coming from China, somebody who's coming from Turkey. These are now countries that are developing new technologies that will go into these new electric vehicles. And then you look at all the new business models, and these are not just the technologies of how you do business, but all the way you reach out to your customers. This is very important, and you may have the best technology in the world, but you don't have a very good business model, how you're going to reach out to your customers. So it's very important that CEOs, CXOs, how do they look at their customers? How do they approach their customers? And of course, I mentioned geopolitical risk and chaos, and just look at what's happened now with this region, for example, with the last couple months, and what happened in one day of Iran sending missiles over to Israel, how that disrupted even air travel, for example. So countries have to think about, one day something could happen, and the next day it could change how you think. You may have great ideas to do things. And look here at this event even. A week ago, you wouldn't have thought that it could get disrupted just by weather. So I would say this is also part of geopolitical risk. If we weather, things like this can change how we do things. Now, what we do, and I'm not making a pitch for our company, but I just want to explain what we do. We look at thousands of technologies around the world. We look at patent registrations. We look at VCs, investments into these technologies. And what we do is then narrow it down. And every year we come up with a report that we write called the top 50 technologies. And they're always changing. But if you look here, you'll just see all these top 50 technologies that within the next 10 years are going to disrupt. Hi there.
Hi.
Nice to see you. And how these are going to actually disrupt how we do things. Now, you all grew up with cell phones. But 20 years ago, when people didn't have a smartphone, they didn't think of it the same way that you do. You couldn't even imagine not having a mobile phone that you could access the internet. But a lot of us didn't grow up with this. And so when it was released, I think it was about 20, iPhone was about, I guess, 15, I don't know how many years ago, but when it first came out, it transformed the way people thought, people access things. There are new technologies like AI that's coming up that's going to change it. And then this is just the 9 areas that we actually have targeted in terms of technologies, and I think they will have access to this. Good. So you'll have access to this, and you can look at some of these. And if you go on our website, you can also get some excerpts from it. Now the CEO has different types of themes that they have to look at. These are the tech themes. These are some of the things that they have to actually look at. They have to consider every day. And these are just different things. They have to look at AI. They have to look at human augmentation. And these are just some of the things that we're going to be that we cover when we look at helping CEOs to understand the whole ecosystem of their business and how they approach the world of technology and everything that comes along with the technology. And then we look at the value chain. These are themes that they have to think about every day. They're having to look at how they're going to look at before they even start their business, look at the agreements. These are things that companies have to consider. It's not just making a product. It's not just making a service. It's about pricing. You have to consider the pricing. And I know that there are companies now, if you look here at Dubai in the last 3 days when this storm happened, if you look at inflation, you look at, let's say, the inability to get resources for your product. There are companies that have just stopped because of this, and they're not able, because of the storm, and they're not able to deliver their products. And then it's going to actually And he said, why not? He said, you don't have a library, right? He said, we don't need a library, we're online. The internet is our library. But he had to create a room and put a whole bunch of books in it because the government was not ready to accept these kind of changes. And then he said, well, where's the nurse's office? Every school needs to have a nurse's office. So these are a lot of changes that still, even today, are not companies not evolving as fast as the world is changing. Attaining truth, really, the fact that things are stories resonate. If you tell people case studies, you show examples of things. And I think, Corey, you were mentioning some of the case studies in Estonia that were, very exciting, ways that they've evolved and become front and center to the world in innovation. So anyway, that's all for today, but thank you, and I look forward to communicating with you during the breaks. Thank you.
Okay, if you guys were here last time, a lot of you were not. We have a young crowd here. All right, guys, I need the energy. I need energy. So how about another round of applause before we move on? All right, so thank you very much, Mr. Robin. Mr. Robin is going to be facilitating the first set of awards. Are we ready? I need the younger generation to tell me if they're ready.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So we're going to be moving on to the first award of this afternoon. And the name of the award belongs to Marketing Campaign of the Year. This award goes to MDL Beast. And it's going to be collected by Mazin Khamis. Ladies and gentlemen, is he here? He's not here. Oh well, we'll just pass to him. Yes, please. I need you to be, you're the superstar. You're the superstar of this. Alright, so we're going to be moving on to the next award. This one goes to, the name of the award is the Youngest Leader in Training on Coding and Robotics. And this award goes to Pratam Bonata. Just a quick one about Poojara. He's a student of Diploma in Computer Application. And for his innovation initiative aimed at addressing the critical challenge of lead generation and maintaining the startups by developing a solution that will empower entrepreneurs to overcome this challenge and thrive Congratulations. Thank you very much. I was just trying to give a short summary on. Yes, thank you. We're going to be moving on to the third award. This one also, once again, is under the same category of Youngest Leader in Training on Coding and Robotics. This one goes to Krishna Parmar. He's a student of Diploma in Computer Engineering and has developed an innovative, groundbreaking application aimed at assisting individuals in optimizing their time effectively that would empower people to take control of their time and maximize productivity. You want to say something? And the gentleman as well can come back and say something.
Hello everyone, good evening. Myself Krishna Parmar. I am pursuing computer engineering. Today's generation lack practical knowledge, and as a committed member of Indian Institute of Engineers, I, along with my colleagues, conducted events to raise awareness, but we faced the issue of time management. And there, we came up with an idea of an app that takes real-time data from thousands of users. It would do full analysis and, according to our priority, give us the best relevant time. This would be a free AI tool that could be accessed by everyone and that would help us in managing events more efficiently. I would love to thank my parents for their continued support and belief in me, and Mr. Poojara sir. Without them, it was truly impossible. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Pratham Poojara, currently pursuing diploma in computer engineering. I have seen many startups fail because they can't leave the market without the right guidance. So I am creating a website to boost their marketing skills and help them to succeed in the market. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to my guru, Mr. Poojara sir, and to my parents for their constant support and belief in me. And would also like to thank the Leadership Federation for giving me this award. Thank you.
That was very lovely. Thank you. Once again, a round of applause for this lovely young generation who are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. Like we can see a few ones sitting here. All right, we're going to be moving on to the next award. And this one, once again, is also for the youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. And this award goes to Meet Bandari. Just a quick one about Meet. Meet is a student of Bachelor's of Technology and has demonstrated exceptional creativity and foresight by building a project that is VR for family, which helps to bridge the physical gap between students and their families through virtual reality.
Hello everyone. Myself Smith Panderi, and I am pursuing computer engineering and specializes in VR and MR. Nowadays, many students are go to abroad for their further studies, so they are far away from their families. So we have made an AI-based application to connect them virtually. So specially thanks to Mr. Poojara sir and my family for supporting me. Thank you.
All right, and the last award for this category, this one goes to this first. The name of the award is different. We're moving on from the coding. This one is Pioneer Women Digital Product Entrepreneur of the Year, and this award goes to Sabina Kamal. She's not here, but we can still clap for her. She's the director of Hazel Electronics, and hopefully we will see her in the next awards. Mr. Robin, thank you so much. We're going to be moving on to the next part of the show. Before I call on stage our next speaker and guest, I'd like to just quickly talk about him and introduce him. UAE's top business coach, author, and TEDx speaker, WPI Global Inspirational Leader, certified master neuroplastician, and organizational psychologist. Ooh, that's a lot of designations, mashallah. He's been called UAE's top business coach by NYC Journal, Entrepreneurs Herald, CIO 200, SHRM, HRM Summit, Passion Vista. Do we need to keep going? Because I feel like there's a lot of them. And Gov HR Summit and others. He's number 24 globally and the first in MENA on the biggest voices in leadership power list by Leaders Hum. And he has been a leading business strategist, leadership expert, and executive coach for more than 25 years, spanning more than 150 companies. No surprise there, right? He has provided strategic consulting for Microsoft, the Council of Europe, the UN, SARCO, and World Bank, tech startup, multinationals, and governments across more than 30 countries. He's primarily a practitioner with an academic addiction. He has completed 4 postgrad degrees, including Masters in Business Administration, Global Leadership, a Swiss DBA, and a UK PhD. Full time. He likes to write as well, and works in Gulf business Forbes, CEO Magazine, Entrepreneur, Meet, Oxford Journalist, and Routledge academic books. He has been an international speaker on stages around the world, delivering workshops and deep insights on employee engagement, meaningful management, AI, culture, tech, innovation, and organization of the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I have said a lot about this lovely gentleman. We can't wait to get him on stage. Please welcome on stage Dr. Kari Dawn Block.
I prefer to walk. Thank you so much. Is it on? Fantastic. You got me? Perfect. All right. That was a very long introduction. Please stalk me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where you'll find me as my primary channel of communication. Look, I don't have a lot of time, and I don't want to take up a lot of your time. If you were to spend 15 minutes with the UAE's top business coach, what do you think he might say to you that could add value to your life? That's really actually my job right now. I just want to take this time and add as much value as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5 non-tech principles for success in this generation of entrepreneurship and innovation. I'm a tier 1 executive coach, yes, but I love working also with entrepreneurs and small business owners because that's where I started. In Estonia in 1998. That's how old I am. I moved there, started my first 5 companies there. I moved to Yemen 8 years later. I started a couple of companies there, moved to Dubai 5 years after that. I've been here for 12 years. I've started and exited a number of firms here. And now I just kind of do whatever I want. And so the majority of my time is spent in executive coaching with entrepreneurs just like you. And this is what I tell them to do. Absolutely, these 5 things, if you invest in these things, they will be much more profitable than not doing it. So you want to write these down. They're non-tech. I absolutely agree with you. You have to pay attention to artificial intelligence. AI is not going to disrupt your industry anytime soon, but companies in your industry that use AI will disrupt those that don't. That's probably how it's going to happen. But my stuff is non-tech, and I want to start with diversity. One thing that we've learned about entrepreneurship is that it is a team sport now. Okay, you cannot have a single leader driving a company anymore. We've recognized that we are all very human, for lack of a better term. We have weaknesses, and rather than you as a leader or an entrepreneur compensating for your weaknesses, you should hire people whose strengths are your weaknesses. Only that way you can become omni-talented. The myth of the omni-talented leader is dead. We know for a fact we're never going to compensate for our weaknesses. In fact, if you could compensate for all of your weaknesses, you would be a god. And then I would have to change the nature of my relationship with you. So please don't do that. Please instead hire people around you whose strengths are your weaknesses and tap into one of the most profitable no-brainers in leadership, and that is the diversification of input in decision-making quality. It's the only free lunch in finance, is diversification of investment, and it is the same in decision-making quality and leadership. Diversification of input, that means surrounding yourself as a leader with people who are different than you. They have to be different in order to be valuable. If it's all just people that come from your town, they were all your friends in high school, they were all educated in the same schools as you, yes, you're gonna have a friction-free leadership, but you're not gonna make high-quality decisions. So embrace the friction, embrace the diversity, and get your omni-talented team together. That's number 1. Number 2, default trust. I read a book in the 2000s that really changed the way that I do business, and it was The Speed of Trust by Stephen Covey. And he is now, I mean, he was a guru of mine, but he's now a friend, he's a good friend. And I met him for lunch a few years ago and told him that I've actually been doing this in my businesses for a number of years. I start with trust. In fact, I don't have a single contract with any of my clients. I deliver, I invoice, and if they don't want to pay, they don't pay. That's how much belief I have in my ability to deliver value. And if you as an entrepreneur are able to deliver value that quickly, and you're able to believe in yourself and actually drive that value into your customers, then yeah, you can operate based on trust. And the trust itself is faster than your competitors. That's number 2. Number 3, speaking of speed, pull the trigger and nudge the bullet. This is not skydiving. I was skydiving this morning, actually. It's one of the things. I completed my B license for USPA, and it's part of the research I'm doing for my book on focus this year called I'm Distractible, which will be published by the end of the year. But entrepreneurship is not like skydiving. You don't have to line everything up before you jump out of the airplane. It's probably not going to kill you. It's a lot more like having a baby. Starting a company is like having a child. I've got 5 kids. You got kids? Right. Well, starting a company is like having a child. It's just 2 years without sleep. There's a lot of screaming and yelling and crying, and most of it's yours. Nobody says thank you for anything. You're always trying to save it from killing itself, right? But it's a steerable ship. So the trick is to steer quickly, move quickly, pull the trigger, nudge the bullet, make your decisions and execute at about the 85% confidence level, and you'll be faster than your competitors. That's number 3. Number 4, coaching. This again, very low tech, but very high value. There is no such thing as an Olympic athlete without an Olympic coach. That is the way that all humans in all kinds of games, economic games, athletic games, surgical games, there's no high-level surgeon, no high-level violin player in the world that doesn't have a coach right next to them. If you want to play to your very best, you have to have somebody next to you that understands the game just as well as you do and can help you to play to your very best ability. Make sense? That's why the majority of the CXOs in the Fortune 500 and the FTSE 100, they have coaches. That's how they got there. That's how they stay there. The earlier you can learn this and get somebody next to you who can coach you on your leadership and your strategy, the more money you will make as a result of that. That's number 4. And number 5, which probably should have been the first one, but it's going to be the last one today, is love. Yes, love. Why is it that I read a dozen books a year on empathy and leadership and shared values in organizations and psychological safety in companies, but I don't read a single book on the highest form of any of those things? The highest form of empathy, the highest form of belonging, shared values, and psychological safety is love, is it not? Imagine how much faster you can make decisions and execute if you have the kind of trust in your leadership committee that comes with the default to love. If you believe that everybody in your executive committee is there to improve the quality of life for everyone else on your executive committee, do you think you're going to make decisions faster? Yes. And the friction won't matter so much because you love each other. You're not there to hurt each other. You're not there to tear each other down. You're not there to misuse the resources. Love is a shortcut for quality of decision, for discretionary effort, for putting in the extra mile when nobody's looking. You want people to work for you when you're not looking? Stop using carrots and sticks. That just turns your employees into donkeys. Okay? If you treat people like donkeys, they'll behave like donkeys. But the most powerful tool we humans have ever evolved is the ability to love one another. And when we love one another, there is no stopping us. We will develop ourselves, thank you, we will develop ourselves for the betterment of our economic tribes. And that is what's actually happening in organizations that take a hold of this. I wanted to read that book, but it wasn't there. So I wrote it. Anyway, so Love at Work, my most recent book, was the global #1 bestseller in management on Amazon recently, and I'm very happy to say that I'm leading that conversation now. So those are the 5 things that absolutely will make you more money than if you don't do them. I hope you wrote them down. If you want to reach out to me, please, my website is, I'm very Googleable. Connect with me on LinkedIn, connect with me online, send me an email. I'm quite reachable, and I would be very happy to help if I can. My pleasure.
You know what I'm going to ask you guys to do, right? A round of applause again, please, with a little more excitement. That was quite impressive. Like in a short time span, we actually got to learn a lot. What do you guys think? The ones sitting in the back? The ones who still don't have offices yet. What do you guys think? The young generation. Did you learn anything from that? Guys, I need you to speak up. It's not like I'm punishing you. It's interactive. Did you benefit from that?
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm talking about now. The lovely lady that I'm going to call on stage is really on the spotlight because she's got a beautiful crown on her head. But it's not just about the looks. Let me just introduce her to you. She is HE Ambassador Dr. Isha Farha Qureshi. Her designation is a founder and a CEO of IFQ Technologies. Let me just quickly introduce her before I call upon her on stage. As an AI and metaverse innovation evangelist with over 14 years of experience in the technology industry, as a startup founder of AI company, she brings expertise in leading a technology firm specializing in advanced research and development, particularly within the domain of artificial intelligence. She served as a global ambassador for Microsoft Heavenless Innovation, driving innovation and serving as a thought leader. She's been recognized by Forbes for technology contribution and business as crowned technopreneur, tech brilliance meets beauty grace, to name a few. Further establishing her expertise and leadership in the technology sector, she was honored with multiple awards and recognition, including doctorate and an excellency title from United Nations diplomatic missions. She was awarded as the youngest crowned techno genius in 2024, and in 2023 with a few other awards as well. Passionate on EdTech strategies, digitalizing the education accessibility across globe with a mission to make education accessible to every single child on this planet. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call on stage HE Ambassador Dr. Isha Farha Qureshi.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So happy to see at least a half-filled, I think more than half-filled room over here. And we made it, like in spite of all the blocks everywhere, in spite of all the flood that we have faced, it's 254.8 mm rainfall, 24 in less than 24 hours, right? Let me use this. Hello. Hello. Use this? Okay. All right. I'm like you. Like I don't like to stick on to one podium, but it's better to talk and walk, or walk and talk. All right. So how are you all doing?
Good.
Doing great?
Yes.
I think she was struggling a lot to bring the energy up. Can we have the energy once again? How are you all doing today?
Yeah.
Amazing. So let's keep this energy up. Hi. I'm meeting you again. So thank you very much, Leadership Federation, for inviting me again. I'm so happy to see some of the known faces, and thank you again to meet you. And that was a lovely introduction. All right. So first of all, before I think we have a presentation. Okay, it's already ready. So harmony in binary. That's what I'm going to talk today. So I just met two of the young leaders over here who is. You're already a leader. It's not tomorrow's leader. You're leaders of now, okay? So you're coding and robotics. So some of you already mentioned about it, and you started your conversation saying that AI is not going to take over you, but if you're not compatible or not competent enough with AI, and that's going to take over you. That is absolutely right. So AI skills and how well you adopt to the new changes in the technology and advancement is really determines your success criteria. So that's what it is. And you also mentioned certain points I've been thinking about it. And of course, they mentioned about the skill gap, the practical knowledge about the industry. So if you have 800 vacancies, the kind of application that you receive is like 16,000 to 20,000 to 25,000. But even after interviewing all the 25,000 students or the candidates, you still don't have enough candidates to fill your 800 vacancies. So that's the skill gap that we have. So I'm going to talk about how human and AI can co-create a better tomorrow. So when we talk about AI all the time, we fear a lot, isn't it? We think that okay, AI is going to take my job. AI, if I don't know AI, how am I going to survive? But we're not thinking how AI can complement. And we are living in a country, UAE. This is the only country in the world with a minister for AI. So that itself proves we are embracing the positive change of artificial intelligence, right? So can we go to the next slide, please? All right, so there is no going for me without the slide. So I focus mainly, even if it is a technology, how I can contribute towards good health, a quality education, gender equality, and climate action. So this is just to remind about all our SDG goals for 2030 by United Nations. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so this is the ecosystem that we are talking about. You are actually mentioned about the love, the trust. So ecosystem really plays a major role in any industry that you work, right? So that the bond, if it is not there between the partners, vendors, and customers, you create the entire ecosystem. So everybody will be unique in their own strengths. So if you can complement each other, what is my weakness? If he can contribute that weakness, that bridge the gap, that fills the gap, and that's where we become strong together. So I strongly believe in creating an ecosystem, and that's why we created an ecosystem across the globe in various technology as well. So we are focused on spatial AI, we are focused on combined extended reality, Web3, and our mission is to enable individuals to harness the transformative power of technological advancement and innovation. So let's see how we're going to co-create a better tomorrow using the cutting-edge technologies. Right? All right, so you know that. I don't need to tell you, this is there everywhere. I think it is growing. It's 75% of the company is going to adopt artificial intelligence by 2027. So if we are not there in that 75%, we are out of the industry. So this is an alarming number, and it is actually growing as well. Right, look at this. AGI is coming. Now, when we talk about artificial intelligence, we always say ChatGPT, everywhere, ChatGPT. But there is a much more beyond that. I call ChatGPT as a brain in the jar because it can't understand what you're talking about, who you are, or what the context that you're talking about. But our idea is to take that genie out of the jar and give more intelligence to understand who you are, what you are, and what context are you talking about. And there comes spatial AI. Now, what is spatial AI? Spatial computing getting married to artificial intelligence is called spatial AI. So when Apple launched Vision Pro, they never mentioned any word like metaverse, because we all believe that metaverse is a failed concept. But metaverse is there. I said in the last conversation as well. So metaverse is still there, but it's in a different name, spatial computing, or you call it an XR, AR, VR, merged XR. But the whole concept of 360-degree experience that you wanted to know, you creating a parallel universe for yourself is already there in every industry, and everybody wanted to have much more to it. Think about a classroom that you're sitting, everybody will not get a hands-on experience to dissect a frog or take any example of, learning a universe, like the entire solar system, you have a planets. Is there a way that you can go and see it? But this is where the metaverse kind of an experience or a merged XR kind of an experience bring that reality where you can completely have the experience and immersive into it. But you also require a kind of an AI, coming into that picture wherein you have avatars plays the major role complementing your existing teacher and start training. And it's an interactive, and you can ask 100 times the same questions. If you ask teacher the same questions twice, teacher will be fed up. But avatar teacher will never be fed up. You can keep asking as many number of questions as you want, and it's interactive, and it's going to give you output in different forms. So that's where we are bringing AI along with certain other predictive analysis and so. which combined with a spatial, computing experiences to form the spatial AI. Now, since AGI is coming, it's going to be a copy of you. It's a copy of everybody in much more 90% human-like. I don't dare to say 100% human-like. Okay, so let me restrict the number like 90%. 90% human-like kind of a feel is what is going to bring for you with a complete, interactions, complete body for you. So that's where it is. So Rob was mentioning about Mackenzie starting a university and did not get an approval, right? So two questions. One was that it doesn't have a library. Okay, and second, you don't have a nurse. So is it possible to address? It is possible to address. We are not talking about a physical library anymore now. We are talking about virtual repositories with millions and billions of virtual contents that should be available, which is useful for every single industry, be it a nuclear power plant station, be it a manufacturing industry, aircraft industry, education, curriculum, every single aspect available in a digital asset, a digital format is what the next library is going to be. Not just in the form of a textbooks or a videos, but as a content itself. If I want a heart, and heart is going to be here right in front of me with auricle, ventricle, oxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood, every single formulas that you can see all over. And that's the kind of immersiveness that I'm talking about. So the library issue is addressed. Now the second issue is the nurse and the doctors. So we were talking about teleconsultation at one point in time. Then we started talking about video consultation at one point in time. So now what we are developing is a metaverse consultation. How about that? You're having a MIDI assist, you have an AI doctor who's going to be your AI buddy for the rest of your life, who knows your in and out. You can lie to others, but you cannot lie to your co-buddy who's AI, because it has the proof, it has the data of you, your day-to-day activities, the kind of a food that you consume, your habits. Are you a smoker? Are you a drinker? What kind of food, what is the intake of a protein? Or are you done with your enough of cardio today? Every single thing, plus your ancestral details, your special habits of the habits nature, the special food liking that you have, to your normal sleeping hours. Think about anything crazily. The entire data is there, which is actually going to give you a full-time buddy, and that can also be accessible by the actual doctor, so that you don't have to entirely narrate the story of what is your, and patient will start reacting. Think about a situation that where you're going to have a critical cardiac surgery, and then you're going to have a simulation well before you go into the surgical room. Because you know how the patient is going to react. You know for the risk number 1, this is the plan. Risk number 2, this is the plan. Then before you practicing on a live human body, which is highly, highly risky, isn't it? So that's going to give a lot of relief in a man. And think also about a doctor sitting in some other country, and he is also available in the surgical room through your Oculus or any other compatible devices. And the minute to minute nerve that you can, zoom in, where your normal eye cannot see it. So think about the entire health industry is getting changed with the new technology aspect. I think I spoke a lot about it. Let's go to the next slide, please. All right, so this I already mentioned. This is about the spatial AI solution that we were talking about, where it's not a brain in the jar anymore, it's a genie out of the jar with much more intelligence to support our life. Let's go to the next slide as well. Okay, this is more about a center of excellence for artificial intelligence. I spoke a lot about education already. You got an idea about the health as well. And there is a lot that we could do on the defense as well. Patrolling, surveillance with AI cameras. The world's lightest and the fastest AI cameras are there in the market today, wherein it can identify each and every object, each and every facial recognition to that crisp level, even if it is few miles away. So that's a kind of defense mechanism that we have. Every country is actually adopting. And of course, humanoid. We are so interested to seeing that which are the industries and who are the people who can afford humanoid. So that's the next question is going to be like, okay, if you have an iPhone, you are so and so. If you have Android, you are so and so. Now the status factor is going to be how many robots you have at home. I really don't support that, but yes, that's what it's going to be. That's how many cars you have at home? No, how many robots you have at home. So that could be the one way, but it can be made affordable, accessible, and available for every single people, and if we start adopting right away. Well, so agriculture, oh, that's so amazing. I really love that. Think about an agriculture use case as fact with AI. You creating an entire environment, you're fooling the plant. When I say I'm fooling the plant, if I wanted to grow a plant which is growing in Brazil at 48 degrees Celsius temperature of UAE, in ideal scenario, it is not possible, right? But the future farm technology come up with a combination of software, hardware, and IoT, wherein if it is raining there in Brazil, it's going to rain here. If it is fog over there, it's create the same fog. What is the temperature in Brazil? It's going to recreate the same temperature here. Live communication with the cloud. Even though they have a huge repository with the data for this specific crop, this is the environmental condition, this is the soil condition, this should be the nutrients, everything, including the sunlight. However, this is more fascinating if it is live communicating and recreating the entire structure just by a click. So that's where the future farm is moving towards. Location, geography, the temperature doesn't matter. If you want to grow whatever that you like, if you have the infrastructure ready, that can be done, and it's not that expensive. That's the best thing. Where some of them are from India. India is such a beautiful, amazing country with a right temperature, got the right rainfall, but farming is one industry which is lagged behind. Even after we have plenty of resources available, plenty of farmers available, and they are the suffering, I can say the category of people. So I think adoption was the problem there. They still wanted to be the traditional methodology. They still feel that anything advancement is an expensive affair where we cannot even go over there. But I think that gap, if we are able to bridge, I will tell you the richest people of India is going to be the farmers. And I think it is doable. If the government supports, it is doable. Well, let's go to fintech. Everybody knows. Let's skip this slide, and this is some of the use cases that you can see worldwide. Oh, okay. I think last time, some of you have seen Sophie last time, right? Who all seen Sophie last time? Oh, okay, only some of them. So, should we click this link? Possible? Not possible? No internet. Oh, I'm sorry. Otherwise, Sophie will come. She will appear, and then it's integrated with all the latest tools of, say, like a ChatGPT to many other AI tools at the backend. And what happens is that you can live ask any question. So chatbot is no more going to be there. Chatbot is getting replaced completely with a humanoid bot. So in a different format. So it's just a frame of this. But however, certain other immersive platforms, you will have the entire human being roaming around with a phygital experience. Now I'll tell you what phygital experience is now. Okay? So this is Sophie. Alright, let's skip. Okay, can we just play this? Just wanted to give you an insight. Am I taking more time? Another 2-3 minutes. Alright, so this is how a phygital experience will look like, wherein you are bringing digital objects into the physical environment, rather than you completely moving into an Oculus 360-degree experience where you're cut off from the physical life. It's not that. You're bringing a digital object into the physical environment. So that's where the entire, the start of, the entire immersiveness started. So next slide, please. Yeah. So now we started bringing some information also into it. So you have a digital object in the physical environment, and top of that, a little bit of information towards it. You can start, browsing through that specific object. You can dismantle it, you can assemble it, and you can inject knowledge into every single aspect. Right now, can you play this also quickly? Now that you can see, this is like, how about you have a physical object over here. I'm keeping my device, and then it will superimpose with the virtual repository and bring the information. So this is the exact opposite to the first one what you have seen. So this is like you are superimposing with the digital object and then bringing the information into it. So this became a two-way communication later. So can we move to the next step? Now the collaboration. Now we have physical object, we have digital object, we have superimposing, we have knowledge, but collaboration was the one which was missing. That's when the collaboration came into the picture, more like a spatial meeting. Can you play this? So I'm using a different object, a different device. You're using a different device, and we are in different parts of the world, but we still can sit together and talk. Maybe the next one. Yeah, can you play this as well? Now look at this.
Press integrate. But what if we can use technology to enhance the way we learn, work, and play? Introducing Reality's AI system.
Hi, what do you want to learn about today?
Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone looking for a new way to learn, the AI system has something to offer. The AI system is designed to enhance the experience of the users within virtual and augmented reality environments.
There are many types of medical flasks, but some common ones are volumetric flasks, Erlenmeyer flasks.
Alright, thank you. You can skip to the next slide also. So, because in the interest of time, I'm just skipping it. So this is more like, we just saw there is an AI on top, along with the entire nursing experience that you have, and then click to action button was the next thing which was missing. So we also require some kind of interaction. So that's where click to action button came in, and then you already saw that, you're not playing it. Let's go to the next slide. Alright, next slide. Okay, I think we're done. Next slide. So this is what I wanted to tell you. So AI is your friend. When you know that you cannot beat them, join them is a message that I want to tell you. If you have still not made up your mind to adopt it, it's a time to make friends with them, make the bond with them, make the trust with them, love them, because that's going to really make you competitive in the market, and that's going to complement in every single aspect of your life in one or the other way. And again, AI is not a platform selling. AI is idea selling. If you have a creative idea for this specific scenario, this is how I can bring AI into, and this is how I can solve this problem. And that's what AI selling is all about. And there's no platform selling in AI. Okay? So keep this in mind, and I think, do we have any more slides left? Okay, this was the school education platform that I was talking about. We have Windows for Android, we have Mac, iPhone, but we don't have a learning operating system. Because if you look at a school, every single classroom is following 7 to 8 applications. The entire school is having 600 to 700 applications. The curriculum is elsewhere, the data is elsewhere, hybrid learning is happening elsewhere, and the teachers are doing only admin tasks rather than the actual teaching. To address all these issues, we have come up with a LearnWise, or a learning operating system concept, along with the digital avatar and complementary teacher, this complementary buddy, or a friend specifically for the autism kids, who's going to support them mentally and emotionally and help them to understand, give the examinations, prioritize their assignments, on-the-go assessments, and predictive analysis. Okay, my child is so good in mathematics, but he's weak in English. So me as a parent, I need to focus more on English. Okay, my child is so good in mathematics. So these are the courses that I need to enroll my child for. So this kind of career path, there's a lot into it an AI can do. Right? I think I'm along. Okay, healthcare, we saw that. Okay, next. Oh, joint technology on the defense side, we spoke about it. Next. Agri, we spoke about it. Alright, finally, thank you. Alright, so that's it. So remember this message from my end? When you know AI, when you cannot beat them, join them. Are we going to join them?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, thank you so much. I love you all.
I'm smiling because I'm waiting for you guys to give her this beautiful Dr. Isha a round of applause. Like she said, AI is there, so there's no running from it. And previously, I think we were a bit skeptical. Some of you would probably agree with me. Was like, you know what? It's just AI. It's not going to ever, stay. It's there. It's there. It's like, we have to accept it. So it's either we, like she said, be friends with it, or we're never going to be friends, whatever you said. All right, guys, we're going to be moving on to the next set of awards, all right? Are we ready?
Yes.
Are we awake?
Yes.
Yes. That's the kind of energy I'd like to see. So Dr. Isha is going to be on stage here to hand over the awards. And this award belongs to the category of Excellence in Marine Innovation. And the award goes to YC Ventures. This award is going to be collected by Ravi Kiran Sethi, who's the Group Chief Operating Officer. Round of applause, please, for Mr. Ravi. Moving on to the next award. This one belongs to, once again, youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. And this award goes to Arush Patel. While Arush making his own training, let you guys know that he's a remarkable 12th grade student as a recipient of this esteemed award for his outstanding commitment in promoting analytical intelligence and supporting underprivileged students in their educational journey.
I would firstly like to thank the Leadership Federation, my mentor Dheeraj sir, and my parents for helping me achieve such a prestigious award. It is indeed an honor to receive this award in front of the esteemed guests present here. So I recently made a website named chesswithfun.com, wherein I would teach chess to students for free, because I believe chess is a sport that helps in the holistic development of a child. It results in the development of various skills such as critical thinking, creativity, concentration, memory, which are very useful for a child as a whole. Moreover, I wrote a research paper discussing the ways chess influences a child's mathematical skills. It goes on to discuss the various skills which are developed by chess and are also very useful in mathematics. It vouches for the introduction of chess in schools and also discusses some social programs like chess in communities which are developed for the promotion of chess. Thank you.
That is actually quite impressive. Do you guys not agree? Yes. I think he mentioned chess, did he?
Yes.
Does any one of you not know how to play chess? I can't be the only one. Do you all know how to play chess? I think you guys are just bluffing, but okay, we'll take that. All right. I think I'll come to you. Where is he? I'll come to you to teach me how to play some chess. All right, let's move on to the next award, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, belongs to the category of youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. And this award goes to Pushkar Modi. Just a quick one on Pushkar Modi. He's a Bachelor of Engineering student who's developed a remarkable application with an intention to support animal welfare. This sustainable solution encourages community involvement and support for animal welfare organizations. These efforts are aligned with the value of empathy, innovation, and social responsibility. Wow.
Hi everyone, myself Pushkar Modi. I am representing myself as a cow shaver. In India, people will believe that cows are our mata. But when cows stop giving milk, then the people will throwing them away. So I would like to making an application for this cow and their fund collection. And last, I would like to thank Mr. Poojara sir for always supporting me, Mr. Kamlesh Sutti sir, my father, my mother, and my grandfather also, who is always believing me. Thank you.
I'm actually quite impressed by this award, to be honest. Like, I can see such talent in this room, and the best part is, you know what? They always appreciate the parents. So parents, it's very important to always guide your children. Unfortunately, not all of us have those, parents, because we have some who are busy. But please, if you see talent in your kids, it's very important to keep pushing them, especially not just to what you want. Because a lot of times, I'm half Arab, so it's always like, the lawyer, the doctor, but let them do what they're passionate about. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
You better agree with me. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. Let's move on to the next award. This one once again belongs to the category of Youngest Leader in Training on Coding and Robotics. This award goes to Ayush Patel. While he was making his way to stage, a Bachelor of Engineering student's remarkable journey began at the tender age of 15 when he was recognized the significance of analytical intelligence in shaping individuals' cognitive abilities. He's embarked on a mission to empower underprivileged students with the opportunity to learn and develop the logical intelligence through the game of chess. Another one? Chess?
Hello everyone, myself Ayush Patel, currently pursuing information and communication technology. I want to say that if it is seen, it will be sold. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So I am trying to bring the business of women who makes khakra and pickles at home to the digital platform, so that they can also earn money and contribute country. So I would like to thank my parents and my mentor, Mr. Poojara sir, who gave me the right guidance, and I also like to thank the Leadership Federation for raising the spirits of people in this way and applauding their hard work. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We're moving on to the final award of this category, and this one belongs to the Leader of the Year. The award goes to Ravi Rao. He's a founding
few words. I'm really encouraged to see the young leaders of tomorrow, in fact today, I should say. And my only piece of advice to you is this. I've come from a small town, I've grown really tough, facing all kinds of adversities in my life, but I became the CEO of 5 different companies, large multinational groups in advertising and marketing, both in APAC and in this region. And I would say only one thing, never feel bad in terms of getting a failure ever in your life, because you can always use it as a stepping stone to take on to the next step. And I will simply say again, when you set up your organization, company, and you're looking for funding, which is very critical to help you grow even bigger, don't take a no from 100 people as a negative aspect, because there is always one person who would support you, guide you, mentor you, and coach you, who can take you to the next level always. So be positive, and it always works. Good luck. Thank you.
So all the young leaders here who received the award today. That's a big take for them, this young age itself, you're recognized internationally. Now, but you mentioned your mentor or your sir several times. Is he here?
Yes.
Can we all see him, please?
Yeah.
Can you please stand up? Can you just give applause for him? Thank you.
Round of applause for Dr. Isha, everyone. Thank you so much for your time and your presence. And I was looking at the gentleman. He had the biggest smile. While you guys all here, you have smiles, but he was like the proud father. Honestly, you deserve another round of applause because they're literally so impressive. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not from this generation, if you guys cannot tell, just letting you know. When I was about your age, I don't know how old you guys, but I think you're probably less than 20. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I meant. Oh my God, that was a long time ago. I don't remember being this far. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm glad my dad and my mom are not here to hear this, but I'll be honest. I was busy playing. I never had a phone. We grew up in the age where we didn't have cell phones, so we used to play outside. Do you guys know what outside is? Do you have an idea what outside is? Yeah. The computers we had were not the ones that you put in your lap. They were like big size. They were the size of like a speaker kind of computers. You guys remember that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the internet. You know how we had to connect to the internet? Just let you guys know. It had to sing to us before it connected to the internet. And it had to actually be connected to a phone. So in case you guys don't know, it had to make a specific tone and then it goes silent. And that's how we know the internet was connected. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's how old I am. But let's just move on. All right, guys. All right. We're going to be moving on to the next category. And before I call on stage our next guest and speaker, I'd like to introduce him to you. Carrying rich experience in the payment space and the entrepreneurial world, spanning more than 2 decades long, he's leading Pine Labs business in the UAE. His strong corporate background includes working across the world, leading brands like GE Capital, MasterCard Worldwide, PayTabs, and has 3 years of entrepreneurial experience. Sumit has demonstrated his abilities and has proved himself with the multiple success across the payment space he has led and facilitated. His experience is backed by a strong educational foundation holding a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, postgraduate diploma in business management, finance, and master's in business management for Warwick Business School, UK. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to call on stage Mr. Sumit Mittal, who's the EVP and Managing Director of MEA of Pine Labs. A round of applause. I have another mic with me. I need you guys to be more alive. Come on.
Thank you. Dear ladies and gentlemen, young leaders, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. I stand in front of you today representing one of the most progressive fintechs originating from India called Pine Labs. Today, I'm asked to speak on the payments digitization journey of India and how it ties back to the opportunities that lie here in the UAE and rest of the region. Before I come to that, it is important to highlight the strong ties and the rich cultural and historical affinity between the UAE and India. From energy to construction, services, hospitality, and several other sectors, the UAE has been a strong supporter of the Indian growth story. In fact, one of the largest investors in terms of FDI. Here in the UAE, the largest expatriate community comprises of Indians who have made Dubai and other Emirates as their home. UAE continues to be one of the top trading partners of India. Together, as the crown jewels of the world, the synergies that exist between our great nations and the 2 fastest growing economies in the world calls for a greater collaboration around success areas. One good example in India's strives with achieving a less cash economy and how in the past decade it has taken several steps and leaps towards this direction. As you're all aware, India is a land of billion-plus people, a diverse nation where just within a few kilometers one can see a myriad of food choices, languages, and culture. Attempting a change of this magnitude, that is, introducing digitization in payments and aiming to end the over-reliance in cash in India was certainly going to be a Herculean task from the outset. Each pocket of the country, the fastest growing metro cities and the suburbs, the new technology rural areas, and the hinterlands presenting their own challenges. Well, it all started with the incumbent Government of India vision to drive a faceless, paperless, and a cashless, digitally empowered society through the launch of Digital India program in July 2015. I'm sure you're all aware of that. What followed next was the acceleration around a series of groundbreaking initiatives, be it the massive work around national financial inclusion via Jan Dhan Yojana or the Jan Dhan Aadhaar Mobile, or the launch of one of its kind, instant real payments called the UPI. I'm sure you're all aware of the UPI and you've been using it in India, which has really made a digital payment success story for the world. Fast forward to 2024. If you ask the question, has India managed to completely do away with the reliance on cash and achieved a truly cashless economy? The answer is no. But has India innovated big time in financial technology and made a significant progress towards a truly digital economy? Most certainly yes. Today, there are lesser queues outside the ATMs, and the citizens are using QR codes to make payments to their vegetable vendors or checking out expensive electronic items using the ease and convenience of several modes of digital payments at the point of sale. So that begs the question, what did India do right that can be replicated in this part of the world to accelerate its digital payment transformation journey? My answer to that will be from the eyes of the fintech, like Pine Labs, that has been at the forefront of digital payment revolution happening in India. First and most importantly, the role of the government was the key. As mentioned earlier, the launch of the Digital India program and schemes like Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana were the catalyst and set the foundation for what was to come. Next, one cannot undermine the role of the telecom sector in reducing the tariff to the great degree, resulting in increased user base. A proactive regulator in the Reserve Bank of India ensured all directives and policies, interventions safeguarded the interest of the consumers at large and set the tone for how fintechs and other stakeholders will operate, keeping the consumer interest in mind. Last but not the least, a fair share of credit must also go to the people of India, from all walks of life who have embraced digital payments in a big way. At Pine Labs, the massive volume of transactions that happen every day at a wide variety of touch points across industry verticals is a testament to the greater adoption of digital payments across the country today. This is evident across our vast in-store payment solution powered by our POS terminals, a robust online infrastructure for merchants through our Setu, QFix, and plural businesses, and across our markets leading issuing business, Quicksilver, through which we offer end-to-end prepaid programs, stored value solutions across a diverse range of clients, including Etihad Airways and Al Futtaim in the UAE. Coming back to the lessons for this region from the India success story, the fact is that one of the biggest stumbling blocks to any intended change of such scale will always be resistance. It was true in India as well, where initially many merchants and enterprises relying on cash thought they don't need fintech products to facilitate digital payments, and they were okay staying on cash only acceptance mode. We had to educate our merchant partners about the merits of cashless transactions and how it was important to provide the power of choice to the paying customers. Changing habits around the consumers who are increasingly using their smartphones to check out at stores played an important role as well. In closing, I would like to say a strong private and public partnership involving all stakeholders in the digital payment ecosystem like government, regulators, banks, card issuers, networks, merchant, customers, and financial technologies company will be the key. Having established a base here, I can vouch for the fact that UAE is one of the most progressive of the destinations to do business in. The conducive business environment that exists here, coupled with the availability of talent and the inherent desire by businesses to do digitization, is only going to expedite the process and result in several innovative outcomes that will benefit the world. Thank you very much.
It'd be funny if I could come in with background music that just na. Guys, it's time to wake up, wake up, wake up. Round of applause, people. Thank you very much, Mr. Smith. I wanted to touch on something that Mr. Rabi said that I really liked, which was positive. No, it's positive, it's positive. The fact that he said you shouldn't take no as an answer, no matter how many no's you get, there's always going to be someone that's going to be able to help you succeed with a yes. And I think that's very, very important. How many of you here, including the older generation, the less young generation, which one do you guys prefer, whichever one you prefer, have actually succeeded at first time? I think a lot of you can say you haven't, correct? Yeah. Guys, interaction. Yes? I mean, you would know because I remember you were a CEO, you've got a company to manage, and I'm sure, correct? How about you? Nonetheless, I think we understand where we're going with this because it's very important to keep going. And if I might, I just want to give you guys a quick story about myself because I didn't really introduce myself to you guys. What a shame. So my name is Dija. It's short for Khadija. Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi. So I'm the MC for today, but I want to let you guys know this is not what I was born to do, or at least I thought I wanted to do. Like each and every one of, maybe not all of you, but some of you, I had a day job, okay? I had a day job, and trust me, it's not something that I enjoy doing. It's just something we were told to do. You grow older, you go to school, you go to university, you get a degree, you go get a job, and you start making money, and you travel the world, right? So that's what I did. However, I discovered that there was a passion in me, which is something that I love to do. And this is something that I love to do, if you guys cannot tell already. So I used to do public speaking when I was younger. And I also used to do a little bit of emceeing as freelancing while I had a day job, okay? And then I decided, why not pursue my dream? Do you know how many people told me I was not going to be able to do it? They were like, are you crazy? In Dubai, how are you going to survive without a day job? Well, Mom, well, Dad, I'm here to let you guys know I survived. Round of applause.
Yeah.
I survived, and I didn't just survive, I am going to thrive because it's a goal, it's a passion, but it's also something that I work hard on getting. That's another thing I'd like to add. It's not just about wanting something. You need to work hard to get that thing. And only when you work hard and when you believe in yourself, even when nobody else believes in you, you are going to get there. It's just the way the law of attraction works, all right? All right, I think enough motivational speaking. Let's just move on. All right, guys. We're going to be moving on to the next category. Before I call on stage, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Neil Pandya. Neil Pandya is a visionary leader in the field of AI marketing. He aspires to equip brands with AI capabilities to help them effortlessly scale their marketing growth. Neil has extensive experience working with FMCA, telecom, marketing, and advertising industries. Ladies and gentlemen, while he's getting ready, we're going to be calling on stage Mr. Neil Pandya, who's the CEO of MEA and APAC of Pixis Company.
I always had the fear that when your mic is on and you don't speak, I think that fear was realized today. Ravi said a beautiful point about no. I will give you a small story about Ravi saying yes to me. So 15 years back, I used to report. He was my super boss. I resigned in my job, and I told my boss, I'm getting a beautiful job at Vodafone, and I'm going to go there. And he's like, no, dude, you can't go. Let me call Ravi in a room, and we both will convince you to stay back. Ravi enters into the room, and he says that, I told him that, Ravi, I got a job at Vodafone. Like, congratulations, yes, can you go? And that was a beautiful yes to me. I never expected, because leaders like him let their employees go wherever they're going to see benefits. So thank you, Ravi. I think from there till today, I have done a lot of yes, and I thanks again to you. Okay, so I am not self-obsessed, so that is not why I let my picture on the first slide, but my team loves to play with me and my images, and that's the only opportunity they get to do as funny images of me as created, but this is an AI-generated image. And what I'm going to talk today is unlocking innovations into an AI landscape. And Cody, I'm going to come to you for a lot of stuff. You had a beautiful session at the start. Before I talk about the entire session, let me talk about a little bit about Pixis. I'm not selling it, but there are young founders here. So we started Pixis from 5 people in a room with no hope that there was a day where there was no amount in the bank and we still had to survive. Till that day, till today, I'm super proud. We're the profitable unicorn as we speak. We have got $209 million of funding as of today. And we have been backed by SoftBank, General Atlantic, and all of the biggest investors globally as well. I will not bore you more about what Pixis is, but that's the journey which I want you guys to know, that if you don't have an idea, if you have an idea, there is always someone who will tell you yes, and if you have confidence in that, you will reach that level. What I'm going to speak today is innovation. So if you see the chart on the left, there are 4 broad things which I have highlighted, which are high on innovation and high on interest levels. The first thing is applied AI, second is Gen AI, future of creativity of advertising, sustainability, because that's really an important topic into marketing and media as well. And I'm going to a little bit touch upon about celebrity endorsements as well. And if you see the right chart here, it's just a chart about 200 plus companies who have used artificial intelligence and have seen 2.5% more returns compared to anyone else, 2.5x. So this is what I'm going to focus on, the 4 top areas. Let me start with the first one, which is applied AI. There are a lot of engineers in the room. I'm largely available on LinkedIn all the time, just like Corey mentioned in the start. Reach me out. I would need a lot of people like you to help me in some form or other, always. Let me break some myths about AI. I mean, all of us who are using AI know there are no myths, but all of us who do not want to use AI have a lot of myths about it. AI is ahead, it's very expensive. If you put AI in isolation, yes, everything you buy has a purchase tag, but if you put AI in terms of return of investment it's going to give you, it's far easy because it will self-fund every penny you pay for AI and it will give you more and more return on it. AI is time consuming. We integrate our AI in less than 5 seconds, 5 minutes. I exaggerated that, 8 seconds. AI will take over human jobs. Never. It's the biggest myth, but I always believe that someone who, a human who do not have an AI experience will always have an upper edge to a human who do not have any AI experience. So who is your biggest fear? Not artificial intelligence, maybe your colleague who knows AI better than you and he's experiencing and using that in daily activities. And AI is a dark black box. Sorry, I think AI is not a dark black box. Most of us live in a very GDPR compliant, brand safety compliant, data privacy compliant, and you can't shy away doing or cheating anyone there. So AI is not a dark black box. How are organizations using AI? There are multiple stages in which AI has been used. Largest application of AI for an organization is marketing. If you see the cost center or P&L of an organization, 60% of that goes into advertising and marketing. I'm talking about CPG, D2C, e-commerce kind of a category. So biggest use case in AI is marketing, but there are multiple other stages where AI has been used: supply chain management, legal, ad frauds, fraud detection. So AI has multiple uses within the organization. Interesting numbers in AI, I'll leave that as. I have an interesting example of how, all of us know DHL, right? I'm assuming DHL is a brand name known by all of us. DHL has used AI in such a way, and it is from a marketing perspective. So the video will talk about it. I will not steal the show without showing the video. this was a small example how THL used artificial intelligence on their marketing activities. They used AI to target the right audience within the digital ecosystem. They used AI to personalize their ads, someone who wants to do for business purpose, someone wants to do for personal purpose, targeted the right audience in the right way, and that's how they brought down the CPCs, cost per leads, and other stuff as well. Let me go to the next important topic within AI, which is sustainability. I mean, sustainability, if you see how AI was 5 years back, sustainability is a topic today. If you see any, and tech, sustainability tech is the next topic. If any of these techies in the room want to create something within this space, try and create within sustainability, because that's what VCs are looking for. So if you need funding and you create a brilliant sustainability tech, you will definitely get funding for sure. And if you don't get it, you have Ravi Rao in the room, you can reach out to him. He is doing a great job by funding a lot of people. Why I'm talking, why sustainability is important, right? This had a significant increase post-COVID, because obviously we all started using digital more, and we realized that you don't need to do personal meetings, you can do a lot of stuff online. So 11% increase from 19 to 22, which was the COVID period, and 32% of each person's carbon footprint now comes from ads that they see and receive. So if you see an ad on your mobile phone, you are also equally responsible to that entire sustainability emission which is happening. Let's see these numbers in terms of how big and how huge it is. So 1 million ad impressions. Sometimes my LinkedIn, or maybe Cody's, I'll take Cody's example, probably more popular in the room. So Cody's LinkedIn ad as well, or a post as well, will have 1 million impressions easily. Right? So Cody, 1 million ad impression, if you go on to promote that, then it's going to take away a 1 metric ton of carbon footprint, which is equal to 2.4 million plastic straws, which is equal to 200K plastic grocery bags, one round of trip from Boston to London. So that's how sustainability in media is so big. People say that internet emission is equal to aviation emission. So that's how sustainability is really important for marketers. And 80% of the consumers today believe that they want brands to start thinking into sustainable futures, because that is where we will be into a nice environment, and we won't see, I don't want to comment on the day before yesterday strange storms, but this is something we are not directly affecting the climate. So sustainability is really important. How does AI will help in sustainability, especially into media advertising? When you use AI, you do precision targeting. So you don't go, if Cody wants to target only CEOs, he don't need to chase everyone in this room, and he can target Ravi Rao, CEO, and a couple of others in the room who are there as well, and rather not burn so many impressions around that. It also does hyper-personalization in real times. Cody, I'm putting you into spot. Sorry for that, but he wants to target CEOs who are young and stressed, maybe someone like me who's working 24 hours. He will target only to me 3 by using AI. So he can use AI in such a way that he's reducing the emission of carbon footprint in advertising as well. That is all about sustainability. Now let's talk about more interesting topics by AI, and I'm sure everyone in this room is going to love this next 2 to 4 slides. What is innovation in AI? We spoke about AI a lot. The biggest innovation in AI which we have launched and the market is launching is text to output. Now imagine you are a marketer, you put a text input in an AI engine, and the engine has capability to give you the output in the form of GIFs, displays, and videos. All of the artwork which you see on the screen are created by AI, and just by text input. So you can see the quality, you can see how well it can, and you don't need hundreds of creative people in a room to brainstorm and create something like that. So some people say it's easy, you can do it in display. Can you do it with video? Yes. The next example is again an AI generated video content just by text input. So this will make things faster, quicker decision making for marketers as well. So that's one innovation which I feel which is coming up in AI as well. The next big innovation in AI is celebrity endorsement. I mean, there are a lot of Indian students in the room. You see Shah Rukh Khan, you see Salman Khan in every second ad on Indian television. But if you take Shah Rukh Khan's example, he will charge you 5 crores, 5 million, something like that for 2 days shoot. And he will be available in that 2 days, how much you can create in terms of content. Now imagine, I've taken, I hope you're not recording and putting this across, but I take Shah Rukh Khan's permission before doing any content through artificial intelligence. And I, basis his permission only, I can create millions of AI generated content only by using his imagery, which is given in that 2 day shoot. Take an example next, it's an international star, Zoe Saldana. If you guys have seen Avatar, she's the the actress of Avatar. And this is how artificial intelligence is going to change the future of celebrity endorsements as well. This is how the future of AI will be. I mean, L'Oreal example, Zoe Saldana, you don't need Zoe Saldana for every new product launch which L'Oreal is doing. They can use her existing imagery and create artworks accordingly as well. These are some more examples using AI for celebrity endorsement. So that is all about it. Apart from this ugly face, if you see a beautiful face in the room, which is Mridula Patri, she's part of my team. And she also leads Middle East for us. Ask us any question you have in artificial intelligence, and you can reach me on LinkedIn anytime. Thank you so much for that.
Round of applause once again for Neil and everyone. Neil, I need you back on stage to be presenting the awards. Are we ready for the next set of awards?
લાઈવ વિડિયોમાં બિયંકાનો
Just
હેડ
one
આવે છે
person
ગ્રુપમાં
is
મેસેજ
ready.
આયા.
Are we ready for the next set of awards?
Yes.
I know I'm referring to. All right, so this one is a different category, and the first award belongs to the category of Innovative Leader of the Year. He was previously on stage. All right, goodbye. He was previously on stage, and he enlightened us with a whole lot of things that we learned actually, and he's got a beautiful smile on his face. The UAE's top business coach, author and TEDx speaker, WPI Global Inspirational Leader, Certified Master Neuroplastician and Organizational Psychologist. Ladies and gentlemen, this award goes to Dr. Corey Block.
ટચ કર બાજુમાં ઉપરથી ટચ કર કેટલો ગરમ છે જો એ તો મને એટલે તારો અવાજ જાય
Would you like to say something?
No, you've heard enough from me. I don't need to say more things.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. All right, we're going to be moving on to the next award, and this award belongs to the category of Versatile Leader of the Year. The award goes to Kamlesh Surti. He's a founding brain of Mark Learning Solution. Kamlesh Surti specializes in positive psychology from Harvard Medical School and founder of Brainmark Learning Solution, where he has enabled the lives of countless individuals and has demonstrated exceptional entrepreneurial acumen. Round of applause, please.
Hello. Thank you very much. Again, when any trainer takes a time to go on the stage, you always ask for cordless mic, I'm Kamlesh Surti from India. Many people might have heard about 90% of startups end at the time of birth only. I don't know what is the reason because I'm not from that field. But I know that 70% of people are in the wrong profession. You might have seen one example over here. And then we started studying on that and we came up with one process, one concept that is known as graphological assessment, where we take fingerprints. You might have heard the name of Dr. Harold Quinn. He done a research on fingerprints and the coordination of fingerprints with your brain, where at the age of 0 only, you can come to know what you can become. What is your intelligence? And I can give you an example over here only. A lady came with a girl at the age of 3 because from medical field, he came to know that her husband will not stay for a long time. And her husband wanted to see this girl successful before that. So we done a report for that and we advised that if you train her in computer field or in a AI field, she can do wonders. I'm talking about Dr. Bianca Dalwadi. At the age of 7, she is the youngest programmer of the world. And we don't only do this thing, we also identify the right coach, right mentor, and give that hand to that mentor. And that's why I must say thank you to Dheeraj Poojara, and not only Bianca, but Ansh Choksey is also there. Very young chap, came at the age of 4, and today is the fastest game maker. Right? We will be meeting all of them. So thank you very much. First of all, I must say thanks, because I'm not with my wife, and I always say my wife is my God. So this is for you, right? And thank you very much to my father, mother. Thanks to all of them who supported me for this. And this is the first time I'm getting something on the, out of India. So first of all, I'll say, Jai Shri Ram and Bharat Mata Ki Jai. All of us, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Thank you very much. We Indians consider our motherland, see we say mother. So we always, whenever we praise them, we say Bharat Mata Ki, then people say Jai. Jai means hail of Bharat Mata, Right.
Thank you so much. I love the energy. I love his energy. A round of applause just for his energy. It's so good. But I forgot to ask him because he said we saw an example here of the wrong profession. Did you mean now or did you mean the previous? just to be sure. I mean, I hope I'm building up as an MC. All right, guys, let's move on to the next category of awards. Once again, this one belongs to the youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. However, this award goes to Ansh Choksey. Ansh is an extraordinary 10-year-old. He's 10 years old developer, has an ability to develop games in record-breaking time, showcasing a level of skill and proficiency that belies his age. Wow. 10 years old, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi everyone, I am Ansh Choksey from Royal Technosoft. Please don't go on my height or on my age. Where people start learning to play a game, I made a game. In this too in record time. This is only possible due to my coach, my guru, Mr. Poojara sir and Mr. Kamlesh Surti sir. I dedicated this award to my mummy, papa and dada dadi. Thank you Leadership Federation for this award. Thank you.
Round of applause. Do not judge him by his age. Round of applause for this boss that we have here. Impressive, very, very impressive. All right, we're going to be moving on to the next award. Once again, under the same category of Youngest Leader in Training on Coding and Robotics. And this award goes to Harsh Patel. Harsh Patel, a computer engineering student, significantly contributed to addressing mental health challenges among students through the development of a pioneering application that provides students with invaluable support and guidance in navigating stressful situations of academic and career challenges. Wow!
Hello everyone, myself Harsh Patel from India. 77% of all suicide attempts among students are due to overburdened study. So with the guidance of Mr. Poojara, I started to work on an application that helps them to relieve this stress level by taking part in meditation camps and performing yagnas. I dedicate this award to my parents as they supported me throughout my journey. And thank you to Leadership Federation for this award.
It's so impressive. Honestly, mental health is something very, very important that a lot of people take for granted. But that's super. I actually feel like you guys are making me look really bad. Really bad. For my age, which is 21. Just saying. Alright guys, next award. Under the same category of Youngest Leader in Training on Coding and Robotics. And this award goes to Lamia Patel. Lamia Patel is a student of electronic communication and robotics and has shown outstanding commitments by bridging the technology educational gap amongst underprivileged students through an innovative online coaching initiative. Congratulations.
हेलो एवरीवन ज्ञान सफलता की पूंजी है. There's a lack of practical based knowledge imparted to students. Myself, Lamia Patel, am making active steps towards the industrial based coding skills for not only college but also school students. This was only possible due to my parents and my guru, Poojara. I also want to thank World Leadership Federation Award for awarding me.
All right, let's move on to the next award. This one is a bit different. This name of award belongs to Impeccable Leader of the Year. And the award goes to Kiran Tazhamon, the co-founder of Art Twist Creative.
पुष्कर सांभर आने नहीं सेट कर कहीं भी गीता है वही मारो उतारे
Hello everyone. Pardon my muffled voice. I think my flu has taken the next notch sitting in the air condition. However, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. My name is Kiran Tazamon and I'm really pleased, really humbled to be here today and truly grateful as well. I think I've met some incredible personalities here, listened to some incredible speeches, and I think one common theme that I heard from Neil, ChatGPT, I might get a chance to speak a few words on a stage. How do I have a humorsome start to it in relation to the Dubai rainstorm that happened 4 days ago? And ChatGPT said, here you go. So why did the startup founder bring a sailboat to Dubai with him during the rainstorm? Because he figured this is the perfect weather to launch some ventures. So we know that. There you go, right? So many applications to it. Once again, thank you all. It's been a pleasure.
ChatGPT, our best friend, right? Current best friend. What a way to save the day. All right, let's move on to the next award. The name of this award is Advanced Technologies in Water and Wastewater Treatments. The award goes to Water Matrix Technologies FZE, and collecting this award is Rajesh Pillai, the General Manager.
Myself Rajesh. I was dealing with the water and wastewater treatment solutions since 12 years. Water is life, life is water. So when I came here, I was so excited to have this, but I'm seeing the young talent. I'm so much excited more how the things are changing from the technology point of view. So water, as you know, water and wastewater is the key points in every industry. So we are innovating technologies in AI also for improving the solutions in wastewater treatment, so that you can come to know, like as the flood came, so it will give a prediction in advance so that you can solve your problems ahead. So that is what all AI means. So thank you for Leadership Federation for giving me this award, and I'm very happy to see all of you. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Welcome and congratulations. Moving on to the next set of awards. Once again, we're going back to the youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. This award goes to Pratvesh Dave. Forgive me if I did not pronounce your names correctly. I'm trying. Just a quick bio on him. He's an exceptional engineer student and has demonstrated unparalleled dedication and ingenuity in the field of robotics, particularly in his groundbreaking work of humanoid robots. Wow.
So, hello everyone. My name is Pratvesh Dave and I am from India. So, how many of you know about humanoid robots? As man said, Dr. Isha said, like humanoid robots are made by the artificial intelligence in the future. And me and my team are working in humanoid robots category under the guidance of Mr. Poojara sir, and I am thankful to their support, and this award goes to my mom and dad and also Mr. Poojara sir, and not but the least, thanks to World Leadership Federation for giving me this award, and thank you everyone.
Let's move on to the next award, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to, once again, youngest Oracle. Oh, this is a different one. It's not just about the youngest. Sorry, my apologies. The youngest Oracle certified trainer. This award goes to Vansh Shah. Vansh, a diploma computer engineering student, made a combination of mental and physical health and technology. He has built a game which encourages people to adapt dance as their hobby and pay low premium of insurance or get discounts in cafes. Wow, round of applause, please. Thank you.
Namaste everybody, myself Vansh Shah, and I am truly honored to be standing here at this leadership event. So, firstly, I am a proud Indian and my journey intertwines my passion for technology, leadership and dance. I truly believe that dance is just not an expression but also a powerful tool for reducing your stress and increasing your mental and physical abilities. So under the guidance of Poojara sir, I came across an idea and I created a software. I am actually working on creating on that software that can help people engaging towards dance and helping them reducing their stress levels in this type of technology. There are so many people who are very stressful in this world of technology. So this can be a significant step for improving that. thank you to my parents and World Leadership Federation, also Dheeraj Poojara sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
I'm speechless, as you guys can see, because I just have a question before we move on to the next award. How do you guys come up with such innovations? Like, did someone come up with that idea, or did you guys just wake up one day and decided to do that? Can someone just tell me that? Yeah, go ahead. AI must be ChatGPT, right? What should I do? Okay, let's move on to the
They
next
came
award.
out with more than 10 or 20 ideas.
All right.
And this is one.
Nice. So there's someone who helps them as well.
So no, they come out with that.
Amazing. I don't know what you guys were fed when you were younger, but I would love to have that maybe for my future kids. So, all right, guys, let's move on to the next award. This one belongs to the youngest leader in training on coding and robotics, once again. And this award goes to Jashan Shah. Jashan is a 12th grade champion and has shown exceptional dedication by empowering orphan children through skill development and entrepreneurship. He's embarked on a mission to provide them with opportunities for growth and self-sufficiency by training orphan children in graphic design. Wow, round of applause, please.
Hello. Namaste everyone. I am Jashan Shah and I am proud of myself that I live in a democratic country like India. A long time ago, I went to an orphanage to aid their needs. But however, by looking at their conditions, I felt that I have to do something for them. Hence, I decided that I have to teach about the designing under the guidance of Mr. Dheeraj Poojara. Thanks to my parents, my guru, Mr. Dheeraj Poojara, and to the Leadership Federation to giving me this golden opportunity. Thank you.
That was a very nice thing. All right, guys, we're going to be moving on to the last award of this category. This one belongs to the Digital CEO of the Year award. The award goes to Radhakrishnan Mahalingam, the Enterprise Strategy Leader of Government Blockchain Association. She's not here? Probably the weather. We've missed a few people today because we are supposed to have a lot more people, just so you guys know. But unfortunately, because of the floods, yes, it's shiny and everything, but even my way here, it was still floods. So we forgive them for not being here. But no excuses next time. We have to inform them, right? All right, guys. Thank you so much, Neil. Round of applause for Neil. And now we're moving on to the final set of speakers and awards before I say goodbye to you all. Not yet, not yet. So I still need energy, all right? All right. The next speaker and guest is someone I'm familiar with. He was here the last time I was here, and I just want to introduce him to you guys. He's an experienced entrepreneur with a track record of success in the international commerce and development sector. He has worked in government and housing issues as well as in the industrial sector, focusing on medium and high voltage systems, including switchgear panel design and assembly, along with providing technical assistance to companies in medium and high voltage systems. Operations manager, engineering solution, business growth, renewable energy, and electric power systems are some of his specialties. Strong business development professional with a Master of Science in Electrical Engineering from the University of Colorado Boulder with a concentration on power system network. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call on stage Mr. Mohammed Al Mashroom, the founder and CEO of Dubai Euro Group.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm very pleased and glad to be here today. It's always so pleasing for me when I see the young generations, they are seeking their way into their career. I have to tell them that this is the greatest moment for most of them. When we were in your age, we did not have as much, we can say, as much luck and support as you have today. As I said last time when I was standing on this stage, that many of us who found their way through in their career did not reach where they reached, like this gentleman said, so easily. So my advice always to the generations, to the new generation, young generations, no matter how much the technology reach, no matter how successful people around you reach, you don't lose yourself. Be yourself and have a confidence in yourself, and remember, you could be a good engineer, a good technology expert, but if you don't know how to find yourself through your life, what Mr. Corey said, which I wish he was here to share with him this point, I love. He mentioned something about love. Many of us get so serious in their job, and they get so much involved, and they go after the technology, and they forget one small thing, the family, the love. If you want to succeed in your career, you need to balance it. You need to push in your business, learn more, that is your right, because learning is a sheep, it's never end. Every day something new, and if you keep just going after the new, you never find, there's always that statement, let me finish this, then I will come back to this. You will not finish anything. Even on the day that we leave this world and go elsewhere, we still have an appointment to catch, but that's it, it's over, finished. Sometimes in the business, I have this argue with my people. You mix a little bit of fun in the business, so you will not become like a robot. You're talking about robots, you're talking about AI, and soon you become one of them, because you're leaving your responsibilities, family matters, the love that you need to give to people, even the people who are working with you. Because of this challenging work that we are in, and because of so much opportunity there in business, that if we don't associate properly with the colleagues, if you are giving them everything they ask you, but you're not giving them one thing they want, the respect and love, they will leave. Definitely they will leave. Because there are people who are working, who are generating ideas, concepts, and seeking always to put their touches in the business. But they are slowly moving away from what they're supposed to be. You need to balance it. So I will tell to these new generations, I have been conducting this type of gathering for the youth. And I've been the mentors to many of them, because many of them come around and ask, I want to be like this guy who has CEOs in 5 different companies. How did it make it? I want to be with our friend here, expert in AI, okay? You can be anything you want. Just be yourself. Just don't lose the track, because if you lose the track, you will never be able to go back. There is a limit to the age. As you get older, you get wiser, you learn more, and you know that sometimes it is acceptable to fail, but learn from it and go forward. But if you fail and you back up and you give up, then you should be satisfied with the small, whatever you are doing, and don't have that long dream. Those who dream, they should understand that nothing comes easy. You fall, you get up, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up until you find your way. There is nothing called a bad student or a good student. It is in my way of looking at things as I was growing. There is called the right guy to guide you, the right mentor to guide you. If there is a right mentor to guide our young generation, believe me, we can conquer this universe also. Because if I can share my time, and you can share your time, and he can share his time, and give them the attention they need and the guidance they need, we can make the best leaders out of them. Because not everyone is lucky enough, successful enough to have parents who are experts, who are CEOs. Some comes from different background, but they're genius. So give some of your time to them and be a mentor to them, and believe me, the return will be great. It's nothing like knowing that all these leaders who reached here and there, one day they were taking advice from you, and they listened to your advice and they followed that advice. That's what they need. That's what we were missing in our generation. So if it took me 20 years to reach where I am, or 30 years, that doesn't mean it should take them 50 years to be a leader. No, it might. The whole thing needs maybe 5 years, 10 years, because life changed, generation changed, thought-wise changed, technologies changed, tools different. But only they need guidance. So my kids, when they come and ask me, in the school, we have this assignment, coding or some personal projects. So what do you think, Dad, to do? I said, you do what you best think you like to do. Today, this generation at this age is standing here, have a guts to stand and talk in front of us. When we were your ages and standing here, we were shaking, just for your information, okay? And if anybody told you from our generation different than what I said, he's not telling you the truth. So just being able to stand here and talk to us and express your thought, innovation type lessons where all the students presenting their personal projects, one talking about the sky, another talking about sustainability, they're talking about digitization, etc. I asked the mentors to give me the chance to say a word to them. So my words were very simple. I told everyone, I think they were surprised, even the parents. I said, everybody today is a winner. There is not a good project or a bad project. Because today, you learn so much in just a small session. You learn how to seek the information, from where to seek the information, right? And you know how you learn something new about the topic that you have picked. 3, you were able to stand up and defend your thought. This is something that we did not have. Today, this technology is helping you to be a leader in a very short terms. That's why we have a doctor in the early age. We have leaders in the young age. Because everything is available. Only they need the proper guidance. Our friend Mr. Roman said about the library, you know, the university, and we have to make a library. Because some of the old generations, they still like, when they read newspaper, they flip the pages. That's okay. And also, on the other hand, you have people, he said, why are you wasting your time with this paper? This is all non-environmental, healthy, whatever, okay? Just pick up your phone. But you have also to feel that each age has its own enjoyment. His enjoyment is to put his coffee and flip the newspaper. Okay? But the new generation enjoyment is. But remember one thing, we need to do this and that, so we will not freeze our mind. We don't want to become an AI. We want to use AI. It's very important. Because we hear so much about AI, that I think one day we become AI. We talk about losing the job. I don't think we ever lose the job. Because human is the one who's creating the AI, not AI is creating us. We forget this. We have to remember, we are not an AI, we use the AI. AI is a tool. We feed the AI to do what we want. We pay people to generate this AI for us. So, I don't want to take too much time. Only I just want, when I shared with Mr. Sunny told me that there will be a young innovation group of people will be awarded. I said it's a good opportunity because years back I was holding in our Society of Engineers, I made a chapter for the young engineers who were a little bit lost. They finished their school, they didn't know how to, seek their way into their career. So we had to make a same type of form where we invited the top officials, ministers, directors, etc. And I invited around 500 of young engineers, graduates, so they can associate. And the reason is because some of our people in the high levels, they get so much busy, involved, they forget the needs of these new generations. They cannot hear their voice. When they started to hear their voices, they started to know their requirement. They started to realize that ages have not become now as obstacles. People at a very young age, you can find a genius guy can do the job for you. So it is you, and it is your dream, it is your goal, it is your vision, what you want to be. But remember one thing. Don't ever lose yourself. Don't ever lose the respect for yourself. And remember, if you fall, it's okay. I go to our dearest Ms. Khadija, where she said, she started in one career, she ended up doing another career. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. Sometimes our passion is different than what we study. And then at a later age, when we get a chance, then we start to practice our passion, and we see that our passion is bringing more income than your degree. Says it's nothing wrong if we make a mistake and we pick the wrong route. We can always fix it, and we can always stay in the right track. What we need to know, as long as you are believing in yourself, respecting what you're doing, and willing to try again and again and again and accept the failure, definitely one day you will be better than every one of us. You remember this, okay? Innovation is not just doing some programming and doing some digitizing and doing some AI and robot, because after some years you become tired of it. You said, okay, now what? I've been doing this over and over and over. So bring some fun to your life. So practice your passion. If your passion is guitar, do your guitar. Don't forget. If your passion is to stand here and speak, like our beautiful lady has done, do it. Because your passion sometimes It's releasing your tension. It's taking you from one stage to another. If our friend here, who is the CEO of 5 different companies, okay, has a certain passion and practice it, so he feel himself in a different world. Sometimes you want to get away from this world. Believe me, I work in government 30 years, and I've been dealing with people on a daily basis, complaining, requests, inquiries, etc., etc., etc. I was enjoying it because I love people. And I was telling them, as much as that you are complaining or nagging, as much as I'm learning from you. I don't know how much you're learning from me, but I'm learning so much from you. I learned so much in associating from people with people. I learned which benefited me in my business, in my life, in my daily activity. But I always remind myself to be who I am. I am happy, and don't be too greedy. What I mean by greedy, that you always want to reach to something that 10 times further than what where you are. Just go step by step by step. I will not fall. Eventually, you will reach where you want. So I don't want to take too much time, but this is my advice to you guys.
Round of applause for Mr. Muhammad, everyone. So we're running a little short in time. I'm still going to call upon all the awards because you're all awesome people. Round of applause for you guys who come on stage. But we're going to try and wrap things up a little faster, okay? Because we want to make sure you all get home safe and you don't get stuck in floods like some other people have been on the way here. All right, guys. So, moving on to the first award for this section. And this one belongs to the Leadership Excellence Award. The award goes to Kinjal Takar, the founding partner of Royal Technosoft Limited. I think we can applaud a little more. Where's the energy?
Good evening, Dubai. Hi, hello everyone. It's a pleasure for me to receive this award. It's a very common saying that there is a one woman behind all successful men. But I will reframe it. There is a one man behind me, my friend, my mentor, my loving husband, and founder of the big organization Royal Technosoft Private Limited, Mr. Poojara. Thank you God. Thank you God, my mom, my dad, wherever he is giving me strength, and my loving daughters. I am dedicating this award to my lovely daughters Khushi and Kashish. And the last but not the least, Leadership Federation, inshallah. And thank you everyone. Thank you so much. I came Dubai twice, maybe 4 times. But the day before yesterday, we came here when flood came. But the one thing I learned from Dubai, that unity and hospitality. Inshallah, we will have that quality like you, that we got that vision of unity, so UAE become more successful, and this stage just now it is. So thank you so much. I love Dubai.
Moving on to the next award, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. Please welcome, this award goes to Parth Amin. While Parth is making his way to stage, he's got a diploma engineering champ has created a groundbreaking website that provides a platform for local vendors to showcase their products and connect with customers online in maximizing their sales potential.
Hello everyone, my name is Parth Amit and I am from India. In this technological world, there are too many web developers out there, but they are taking money from poor vendors and sell their product. But so many creative vendors cannot show their creativity due to illiteracy. So now I am working on the app to deal with this problem. Thank you to my mentor Dheeraj Sir Poojara and my parents and Leadership Federation Award.
Alright, we are moving on to the next award. Once again, this one is for the youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. This award goes to Archie Patel. Archie, an engineering student and fitness enthusiast, has demonstrated exceptional commitment to promoting healthy living through her innovative project, where she has embarked on a mission to develop a revolutionary app to revolutionize how people approach nutrition.
Hi all, myself Archie Patel. Currently I am pursuing computer engineering. In today's generation, the most important part of our life, which is health and fitness. Nowadays, people getting so many issues regarding eating junk food most of the time. So I'm here to aware and separate the awareness for the fitness and health. And I would like to thank Mr. Poojara sir for giving this opportunity and Leadership Federation, and special thanks to my mother for always believing in me. Thank you.
Congratulations, and we're moving on to the next award. The award is Education Innovation Award, and it goes to Royal Technosoft Limited, collected by Dheeraj Thakkar, the founder and the CEO. The gentleman that was smiling the whole time, that was round of applause for him again.
Very good evening to all of you. As we are running short of time, I would not take much of time. It's just 30 seconds or 60 seconds of a speech. My friends has given a lot of speech where we always believe in creating love, energy, and definitely the passions in human. We all have a formula E is equal to MC square, right? But the person who really invented that formula was also thrown out of his country by Hitler. So we should remember one thing, that is how we can achieve that passion in each of us. Like Sir told, love is very important. Ensuring that you do what you love, you do is very important. Because today's generation has missed that, having a cat race or a rat race. And that's how we create aura in this generation. So I have 17,000 of students around the world. I have never traveled to London, but I have 1,500 students from London. That's what the power of technology is. I have never traveled to Dubai more than once when the corona was there, but I have 480 students from Dubai learning online coding. We have started a special mission where we have started teaching all the students free of charge, those who don't have father and mother. So there are more than 300 students who are being trained on this platform, and we guarantee them the job so that their family can survive further and ensure that they also help others. And the last but not least, there is a fire therapy. I would not connect this therapy to the religious form, but what we do in our institute is a fire therapy. We can do it at home. It is irrespective of what class, creed or religion you belong. Because fire is common for everyone. If it's a Hindu, Muslim, Christian or a Sikh, fire, we cook food on fire, right? So fire is common for all of us. So there is a fire therapy. I have placed that therapy on my YouTube channel, that is Poojara and Royal Technosoft Private Limited, where if you lit that fire during the sunrise and sunset time, and you just set 15 minutes across that fire, there is a physics law that energy can never be transformed, never be created, nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from higher potential to lower potential. And the fire which you lit, the component which I am going to give you, you lit has 60% DNA of sun, and sun is at 100% DNA. So that physics happens when you burn this fire, and you won't believe it. It creates so much of aura. We landed up in Dubai with heavy floods, but we never faced a single problem throughout these 3 days. And that's the creation of this fire. Also, we have students who have autism, who have dyslexia. Even there is a blind student learning coding at our institute. There is one big example. A deaf and dumb student learned coding for 3 years, and today he is placed in the best company doing coding there. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Moving on to the next award, ladies and gentlemen. Youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. This one goes to Krishna Patel. Krishna, an engineering student and animal lover, recognized the critical gap in the support network for injured animals with a deep sense of responsibility and a background in software development. Krishna Sarati addressed it by harnessing the power of technology.
Hello everyone, myself Krishna Patel. I am pursuing computer engineering. Today's generation wants to help the bird that are injured on the road or lying. We create an app that links thousands of people wants to help the birds. I want to thank my grandfather for standing for me, and I want to thank my mentor Poojara sir, and I want to thank Federation. Thank you all.
Right, moving on to the next award, ladies and gentlemen. Youngest leader in training on coding and robotics. I know you've heard it a few times, but you know. This award goes to Jagraf Butt. A technology student and has developed an innovative mobile application dedicated to enhancing safety and security within housing societies. His application represents a significant step forward in promoting peace of mind and well-being amongst residents.
Hello everyone, Jagur Bhatt from India. Thank you Deja sir for giving me this award, and thank you my mama, and thank you Leadership Federation for giving me this award. Nowadays security and safety is a key in a housing society. But and I have made a website of a society management system to support it. Thank you Deja sir once again. Thank you.
Moving on to the next award. The name of the award is the Youngest Oracle Certified Programmer of the World. This award goes to Bianca Delwadi. At the age of 7, she chatted barriers to become the world's youngest Java programmer. Oh wow. Earning recognition in both Indian and international books. Bestowed with the title of Bharat Gaurav Ratna, she continued her remarkable journey, gathering over 20 awards nationally, as you guys can see some, and internationally just by the age of 15.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Bianca Dalwadi. I want to say that thank you my mama, thank you Papa. Papa, wherever you are, this is for you. Thank you my mentor, my Guruji, Poojara sir, for making me world's youngest programmer and Bharat Gaurav Ratna. Thank you mama for making me longest hair girl. Thank you everyone who has supported me. Thank you and Jai Hind.
MashaAllah, she's got beautiful hair. I was just looking at it and she mentioned hair. You deserve an award for that hair. It's beautiful. All right, moving on to the next award. This is for the youngest software developer achiever. This award goes to Tatya Patel. Tatya is a student of engineering, identified exploitation in administration department and created an application for Angarwadi program in India and got a terrific response.
Hello everyone, I am Satya Patel. First of all, I would like to say thank you to my mom, dad, dada, dadi. Of course, this is for you. I must say thank you to Mr. Poojara sir for giving me an opportunity. I heard a speech of one ex-prime minister which states that when we spend 1 rupee for the poor people, only 10 paisa reach to them. To stop this fumble, me and my team made an application named Angle Store. Once again, thank you for Leadership Federation for giving me this chance. Thank you.
Very, very impressive. MashaAllah, all of you. Moving on to the next award, Young Oracle Certified Trainer. This award goes to Janmay Panchal. Janmay engineering students with an unwavering commitment to society responsibility on a noble mission to provide free of cost coding training to underprivileged students, offering them opportunities for personal and professional growth. Wow.
I would like to thank my parents, Dheeraj sir, and the Leadership Federation for providing me this incredible opportunity and recognition. I have always wanted to contribute to the society, and I've always wanted to contribute to the society. So I was able to teach several underprivileged students digital literacy and life building skills. I was able to empower them by teaching them coding skills and also boost their English language communication skills. So I would thank you so much.
You're doing good, but that's why I'm also skilled as an MC, just saying. So you can do coding, but you can do it. Go ahead. My player now.
Thank you so much for this award. Thank you.
Round of applause for him. You see, guys, I also deserve an award for just being here and trying to speak in front of you. Not everybody can do that. All right. So I'm also impressive, just as good as you are in chess and the coding. You know, you can come to me as a BA and MBA and MC. Just saying. All right, guys. Moving on to the next award, and this one is for Women in Tech Award. This award goes to Mrudula Patre, the head of MENA region in Pixis.ai.
I would like to thank my mentor and my loving husband who has stood very strongly behind me always, Mr. Neil Pandya, and also my parents. The biggest thing I would like to share today is it's an honor to be receiving this title of Woman in Tech. And I look forward to seeing more and more girls coming forward in this field of AI and technology, where we lead this together and in the forefront for the world. Thank you so much.
The next award goes by the name of Company of the Year Award. This award goes to MDL Beast, and an award is going to be collected by Mazdin Khamis, the Director of Commercial and Products. Alright, probably caught up Mr. Floods or somewhere. Moving on. The next award, ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 2 more awards after this. Excellence in Innovative Mentorship award goes to Jay Mulani, the CEO of IBT. Not here, alright. Next award for the best MC. I'm joking. I just want to see if you guys are paying attention here. Alright guys, the next award is Maritime Innovator of the Year Award. This award goes to Yaso Bardan Chini, the Group Managing Director and CEO of YC Venture.
So I'm privileged to have the last award, but still I'm not the last, I'm the best. In this room, I feel like I'm almost 20 years younger with all the young generation here. But believe me, I have to admit, I do not know anything about Oracle. And we never got an opportunity to learn something like this. So you guys are really blessed to have a teacher like Poojara sir, and also the academy and your parents who have supported this. So just give a brief, I'm from the shipping background. So maritime industry is one of the industry which is lacking a lot of technology. There is a lot of room of development required. So you guys have to start thinking about preparing some codes for the shipping industry. And this maritime is almost like 90% of the global trade is all moved by this. And any country, if it is developing, it's because of the maritime industry. So guys, focus on the shipping as well. And this is going to give you a lot of success. Thank you. And finally, my wife is here and she is the reason for me to stay in Dubai. Otherwise, I would have been sailing in the ships. So I dedicate this award to my wife, my almighty, and my parents. Thank you guys.
We still have 2 more awards. So you are not the last award. But then, you know what they say, ouch. They say you saved the best for last, right? You guys are all good, honestly. But especially the one with all the medals and the long hair. I mean, I vouch for her. All right, guys. The next award is CEO of the Year. This award goes to the CEO of Pixis.ai, Neil Pandya.
Now for the year. So, one thing, it had to getting this award. I was super happy to give awards to young people in the room. So this makes a lot of sense to me. But my happiness was giving away the awards rather than giving the awards. I always dedicate this to my wife. It's not because we are scared of them, but trust me, she's the only one who has been in the back when I have seen a lot of trouble. I mean, you see a beautiful guy on the stage, I'm not so beautiful, but if you see someone like me on the stage talking fluently, taking some leadership talks, but this guy is just back at home. And that support is coming from the wife, and I always dedicate this to her. Murtala is in the room, but thank you so much, guys. Everyone deserves a lot of applause. And as I said earlier, sorry to take 5 more seconds, but I think Neeraj, you're doing a brilliant job. No one was there in my childhood to give me that kind of a guidance. But what I do after that, I used to teach in colleges, so that's something which I did not get guidance. I tried and give that back. You're doing that right now beautifully. I also give to us a month on LinkedIn only to startup founders, students. If they have any clarification they need or some directions, please reach out to me. I will try and spend some time and we'll connect. Thank you so much.
She has everything recorded, so you definitely have to say good things to women. All right, and the last award, ladies and gentlemen, of the evening, last but not least award is for the Payment Leader of the Year. He was previously on stage, and he's the EVP and Managing Director of Pine Labs. Please allow me to welcome Sumit Mutal.
So this is the final award. This is the last award. Thank you very much to the Federation, Leadership Federation. I'm really overwhelmed by coming here. Just before I was entering, I went to the washroom and I saw all these young people kind of dressing up and setting their ties and all of that. So guys, you're doing a great job. So round of applause to you. I'm overwhelmed by looking at seeing all the young talent in this room. And really when Ayush, 10-year-old came, I just started to wonder saying, what was I doing when I was 10 years old? And definitely I wasn't doing this. I think I was being naughty in school and things like that. So guys, it is your world. You are going to set the stage. We are here to support you. I just have 2 words of advice with all what I've done and my experience. One is, and this is what I got in my first job. I was working at G Capital, and I did a project. I did a task, and my boss said, "Have you given your best?" So I completed some applications, and there were 60 of them. And my boss said, "Have you given your best?" And I said, "No." He said, "Okay, go back, give your best, and come back." And next day, the same task, I did 140 applications. I went back to him. He said, "Have you given your best?" And I said, "Yes." Yeah. So I think you need to ask yourself, you are the one you're competing with yourself. Have you given your best? So that's number 1 advice. Number 2 is, if you don't ask, you don't get. So please ask. Yeah. When you say ask, you ask for salary, you ask for raise, you ask for funding, and that's what you're gonna do. Yeah. So all the best to you guys, and thank you very much for having me on the stage. And thanks for your time.
Sorry guys, I don't want to take the trade away from Dija. She's an excellent closer. But I just wanted to, this is unscripted. I wasn't supposed to be on stage, but I just wanted to be on stage because this event has been quite special.